Jonty, it's finished 24-12 to the Vikings here at the Ortus Rec this afternoon. Game that was there for the taking, found themselves 12-0 up after half an hour or so, and then some ill discipline, especially in possession, has ended up costing the side at the end of the first half, and Widnes just looked the better outfit in the second.
Yeah, you've nailed it. It's just something in every last week aside. It's games that we've got, that we play, that we get in a good position. It isn't the opposition like grinding their way back into the game. It's always something that we do. There's something substantial happens in games that turns a game on us, and that was happening today. 12-0 up, we give a penalty away in possession for pushing the player off, which you can't do. They score the next set. During that try, Gebby gets sin-binned, rightly so. They get 3 tries before he comes back on, so we're 16-12 down when he comes back on from being 12-0 up. And it just goes set for set after that, but obviously we're coming off our line every time and they're starting on the 40, so we did defend a bit better in that second half. I just thought the rucks were too fast all game. I thought we got caught on the floor a lot. You know what I mean? Even when we got 3 men in the tackles, we'd end up with 2 on the floor and they're getting a fast player. And it just needs to be better defensively. But then they put a kick across, we missed the kick and the score to go 20-12 up. I can't remember what the last try was, John. I can't remember what it was made, but it just we need to be better discipline wise, because we give after they went 16-12 up, we give 2 or 3 penalties away again to put us on the back foot. We didn't do it in the first half, you know what I mean? Up until that one penalty, it tells a story, doesn't it? We're good with the ball. We don't give penalties away. We're 12-0 up. We give penalties away. We defend all the time. 24 unanswered points. Defeat, innit?
It's the phrase of your side, you're consistently inconsistent, even within games. You've got, look, a couple of weeks ago, you come back from 14-0 down at Swinton. Last week it is what it is. You're good for 30 minutes in this game, and any changes in the game, it's consistently inconsistent, even within periods of games. Yeah. As a coach, it must be so frustrating.
It is, and sometimes our game management isn't the best, and I'm not going to complain about the numbers we've had training. That's yes, it isn't great, but when you get on the pitch, you're supposed to do. We know we want to play, and even like in the second half there, when we've got everybody on the left hand side, we take the ball right. You know what I mean? And so the execution wasn't great. We didn't cause a lot of problems when we've got about 6 good ball sets on the belt there, and just through Kingy making stuff up and putting kicks through and getting dropouts again. It wasn't through structured stuff that we go through in training to get us in them positions. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Even our tries, we got a real lucky bounce in the first minute to get a try. And King got a barge over. It was King, I think, got a barge over to go 12-0 up. So we're getting caught with the ball. When we come to the back of the good ball sets that we had, our depth when we were passing wasn't enough, and we get caught with the ball and pass it on, and it goes to the floor. So we just need to be a bit more game aware in the situation we're in, and finish our sets better.
You said when we spoke earlier in the week that the guys owed yourself, the coach and staff, the fans, a performance. You feel you've seen enough from today that they've been able to turn it round? I know it's been a difficult week in terms of numbers of training and such things, because you fetched your loanies in late, but you feel like you've seen enough to sort of try and appease last week?
Yeah, I just said in the change room, look, I'm happy with how the reaction from last week, but I'm not happy because that game was there for the taking. You know what I mean? I can't be happy with just the performance from considering what happened last week. Last week, previous to that, we were doing this previous to Sheffield. You know what I mean? We were 12-0 up, we were 18-6 up, we were 12-6 up in games against different people, good sides. That when we do the right thing, we're in a commanding position, but it's when we go off the ball, whether they haven't got the mentality, the mental strength to go for 80 minutes and doing the right thing upstairs to make sure we do the right thing on the pitch. I don't know. It's just we've run out of games here, haven't we? We're back in the bottom 2, and we just need to be better for 80 minutes than we have for 80 minutes right now.
You fetched, obviously we mentioned there, the loanies in Mac Walsh, Ben Hersey and Sam Campbell. Mac and Ben started the game for both of them. went all right, and Sam Campbell showed some good go forward when he come off the bench.
Yeah, off there, I'm doing all right, I thought, considering they haven't trained with us up until just before the game. We had a bit of a run before the game, like, not ideal, it's amateurish, innit, but that's what we had to do, just to integrate them with the lads, and so they're not going stone cold at 3 o'clock. And I thought Mac doing all right. Defensively he was decent, his carries were decent. They didn't get any tries down our left where he was defending that with Ben and Curtis, so I thought our left edge looked decent. And yeah, Ben hasn't played for 12 weeks, he cramped up late on, but yeah, they put their hands up and there they go. And I thought when Sam come on, I didn't put Sam on till maybe 50 minutes or something, but he ramps up, doesn't he? You know what I mean, carries hard and he's got a bit of intent in his day, so I was happy with them three.
McCarran left out today. I'd imagine probably more because he needed a rest more than a tactical decision.
Yeah, of course it was, yeah. I mean, Owen come off against Swinton after 5-10 minutes, whatever it was, with a dead leg right above his kneecap, and he played last week at Sheffield when he maybe shouldn't have done, and it made it worse, and his knee was swollen on Tuesday, and I think Courtney saying this is LCL a bit, but I think this week will have done him, even though he would have played if I'd really wanted him there. I just thought with the fresh bodies coming in, it was an idea to go on a break, and yeah, he needed that, you know what I mean, so hopefully he'll be back in contention next week.
You mentioned their fresh bodies. You've fetched 3 in before the deadline on Thursday so they could play this week. You have fetched in another 2 bodies and they'll be confirmed tomorrow, but you're in a position now where you're going to have more bodies at training. You feel like you'll be able to do, because you've said that on the radio, you haven't been able to do a lot of team training stuff in the last couple of weeks because of the lack of bodies. 5 new through the door, you feel like you're going to be able to do that going into this weekend's game and the rest of the season? Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping. That's what we need. This week hasn't been ideal training wise. We've got through it, and it maybe shows a bit on the pitch what we haven't been doing at training regarding our good ball. And you've got what you've got on a Thursday when you're coming in, and when you've got 12 you can't do any team stuff, can you? So hopefully now going forward we've got these lads in, the new 2 new lads who's coming this week as well, and then hopefully Connor Alder won't be far off. Guy Graham's getting his results from his scan on his wrist hopefully this week, so we'll see what the damage is there. If he needs it up, fair dues. If not, it's maybe just pain management with Guy, you know what I mean. And then Joey's got 1 more game to go and then he's back, so we've got 3 of our own lads back in 2 weeks here. So the numbers thing shouldn't be a problem again from now to the end of the season. So that means our training will be better and we'll do what we need to do to put this right.